let's jump on across. Also, that is quite loud, isn't it? Maybe we should turn this down a bit. There you go. I can actually hear myself think. I haven't tried Backpack Hero. It's almost a flash game or something, isn't it? It's a web-based one. I'm going to nudge you down to, like, there. Because that intro thing was rather loud, but the menu music is dead quiet. Right, okay. Let's... Well, because, I mean, the options are fairly thin, but then again, it is just a demo, essentially. Yeah, that was it at half. We will do the voice... Okay, there's a VO in it. You spent 4 hours the other day playing? Oh, okay. Right, I'm going to actually move that up to there. Because there is menu music, apparently. It was just that intro bit was very loud. Okay. Also, do we actually have controls? Press any button. I get... Is it... Well, it is a visual novel, so I guess point and click makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Okay, then. Let's find out what the Corrupted Casefile is. If we start a new game. So, yeah. I think it's meant to be like a prequel to what happens in Ghostwire. Which is like everybody in Tokyo suddenly disappears and there's all these kaijus around. Rinko! God damn it, Rinko! Erica! No one wants to talk about it, but it's all that's on anyone's mind these days. Mysterious things are happening all around Shibuya. Yeah, it already states prequel in main menu, yeah. Sightings, attacks, disappearances, fear. How is a kid supposed to be a kid in a time like this? Also, now the music is very quiet, isn't it? Can we bring up a menu? We can bring up menu in here. Okay. I'm going to max that out, and let's go background music. That sounds like a normal level. But honestly, Ryota never really was like most kids. He's not usually glued to his phone all day. Vanishings, lots of vanishings. Unable to shake the idea of monsters all around him, Ryota navigates on his phone to a document called Maruchi Vanishing. The language is complicated, but he works to understand it. It says, I got a tip on a missing woman in Maruchi. When you've been a detective as long as I have, you tend to build up a big network of contacts. The story my contact told me was that they saw a woman one day when the fog rolled in. It blanketed the area and then poof, she was gone. Times like these make me wish a certain somebody was around. Come to think of it, the fog and the disappearances set the scene for when I first met the rest of my crew. Everybody kept talking about folks just up and disappearing, and I thought it was a load of horseshit. It wasn't until I met them, and until my encounter, that I believed. Ever since then, I've been haunted by what I would have once called hallucinations. Turns out being able to see spirits and monsters isn't fantasy movie nonsense after all. Guess I should be thankful, because otherwise I wouldn't have seen through that monster taking the form of a woman. She made a bunch of red orbs appear that chased me around, but I knew so long as I didn't let myself get surrounded, I'd be okay. She was a nightmare to look at, so I put her out of her misery. When I searched the scene, I spotted a woman's handbag, found the missing lady's ID cards in there. Then I came across some clothes that looked like they would have been hers. They were just in a little pile, but the way they had fallen made it clear her body had just vanished. No mistaking whose handiwork it was, either. I finally managed to get my hands on a solid enough lead to work with. KK. That was that one. What about this one? Ryota's concerns bring him to a mysterious case file posted online. It's titled The Kirigoka vanishing. He reads it to himself the best he can. Having tracked another report of a dark fog in the area, I arrived to find it had passed, leaving a dreary rain hanging over the neighborhood. At the scene, all we found was the clothes of a mother and son, left behind like two molted cicada shells. It's hard to even imagine a parent and her child just gone, precious lives snuffed out forever. My heart sank knowing that I had failed to protect them. It was the worst feeling I'd ever felt. As if on cue, the rain started pouring down. Heavier and heavier it fell with each passing minute, but I couldn't be bothered to take out my umbrella. That's when the obvious culprits returned to the scene of the crime. A group of monsters. They had umbrellas of their own, as if the rain followed them wherever they go. I was furious. I brought the hell down onto them at that very moment. They tried to protect themselves with their umbrellas, but I just kept pounding on them until they were battered and broken. I was so exhausted I could have fallen over at any moment, but my utter wrath kept me going. As I picked up to leave, I still refused to open my own umbrella. I just walked away, rain pouring, soaking me to the bone. KK. And I guess this last one. Could monsters really live among us? These case files say that yes, they absolutely can, and do. And according to this one, a lady called me about a missing person who vanished from the bathroom of her apartment. Usually I'd brush it off as another runaway, but after seeing the crows circling above her apartment, I had a feeling there'd be more to this. The black stains on the front door verified my hunch. Turns out that I'm the only one that can see these black stains. The lady who lived there and showed me in made no signs of noticing it. She showed me the bathtub and gave me a play-by-play of what happened. Her boyfriend was taking a bath, longer than usual, and so she went to the bathroom to check in on him. When she opened the door, her boyfriend was gone. For a short instant, there was a reflection of an old shrine on the surface of the water. I rubbed my finger on the rim of the bathtub. There was a transparent, sticky slime-like substance on it. A reflection of the shrine shone in the water's surface. I'd need to talk further with my team about this incident to see if these things ring any bells. I purged the black stains from the front door and left the scene. Poor lady. What will she do now? What can any of us do? In these posts, the kid found something, or rather someone. Someone called KK. Has been looking into monsters in this part of town. A believer, just like Ryota. Social media would never lie, and that means KK is an expert, maybe the expert, in all things paranormal. There's only one thing left to do. Having pored over every story, post, and grainy photo about local monsters he could find, Ryota prepares to take action. I'm going to ask this KK guy to help. Also, don't mind me, I'm just having a drink. There's going to be a lot of talking involved. I need to hydrate, don't I? Just got to figure out where he lives first. Dear Mr. Investigator Person. Dear Mr. Investigator Person, hello, how are you? I am not good, and I need your help. Monsters got my best friend, Suzuki. Rinko sits in her chair. She zeroed in on one of a dozen monitors from across the makeshift command center stuffed into this cramped Tokyo apartment. It happened near the manhole. Please help me get him back. Data files across the screen, seemingly too much, charts and graphs, maps and mathematical equations, even social media feeds and open case files. Somehow, though, through all those screens and all that clutter, Ryota's message catches Rinko's eye. Sounds desperate, but it could just be some bored kid trolling us. Calm and confident, Rinko insists on balancing compassion with skepticism in her analytical approach. Wow, words. On the other hand, that manhole is within the vicinity of several recent incidents. Maybe he is involved. She knows what she thinks. She also knows no one can protect Tokyo all by themselves. Trusting your teammates is the only way to keep everyone safe. What do you make of it, Ed? Ed squints and takes a single deep breath as he turns to the screen. He has something to say, but holds it back. Technology is easy. People are hard. Instead of speaking up, he places a small recorder on his desk. He presses play as the audio begins to roll. Ed turns and walks away. I've heard intriguing stories about so-called manhole girls in Japan. Vengeful ghosts of bullied students said to trick other children into following them into the sewer. We all float down here, from where they never return. If any information turns up about such anomalies, I'd be keen to investigate, though I speak purely out of a personal interest. It might not be enough to make the rest of my team pursue it without further evidence. Okay, safe to say, since you're somehow found the time to record something this specific about a single urban legend, that you want to look into it. Ed is already engrossed in other work. He doesn't respond. He certainly doesn't notice when Rinko rolls her eyes. He rarely does. Probably next best we have no idea how to spend your free time. Hey, Ed? Erica's been sitting next to Rinko this entire time, listening and waiting for the right time to chime in. That time is... Want me to check it out? Yeah. I don't think so, Erica. Could be dangerous. What if something happens to you? Seriously? You still don't trust me to go out by myself for 5 minutes in the middle of the day? At just 16, Rinko might be right not to trust Erica on something dangerous. But Rinko knows that Erica has shown a maturity beyond her years. She gives Erica an almost sisterly look of skepticism. No worries, Bacon. Is it a coffee run? Food run? What? Regardless, we'll see you again shortly. You know it's not that. Rinko quickly turns back to her monitors and away from Erica. But in all her maturity, Erica can't quite keep from pouting. Stop making that face. Besides, we've got our own private detective in the vicinity already. I'll have him take a look. Oh, okay, fair enough. The stall is brimming as a wide array of customers eat in relative silence. The only sound they make is the slurping of their noodles. That silence breaks when a phone begins to vibrate upon the countertop. The owner ignores it, choosing to focus on his meal instead. The phone doesn't care about his hunger and continues to vibrate. The phone wins. The peace and solitude have shattered. God damn it. The silent diner finally glances at his screen. He begins to mutter to himself. Another case? These people have me working harder than my enemies ever did. Can't even get 5 minutes to enjoy a nice quiet lunch. I'm clicking. Oh, there we go. Let me guess. I'll be risking my life and limb. That's why you let it ring so long? Too scared to pick up? Huh. You know, that exact day I stopped being scared of anything? The day you stopped being a loner and hooked up with us so we could have your back. Sure, that works. Besides, I'm not full enough to pretend this team isn't half okay. If you need backup, you know I'll be there. No questions asked. I actually already volunteered, but right now, there's nothing dangerous to be worried about. Simple check-in on the report of some suspicious activity that might be connected to these phenomena we've been looking into. It's always the simple cases that go south the fastest. You know what? You're right. Maybe Erica should run point on this one. Sure, she's just a kid, but you're busy, so... Whoa, hold up. Let's not sacrifice the rookie to make me look bad. I'm already out. Send me the info and I'll get it on it. First, though, I need to talk to one of you about something. let's talk to Ed. Let's see if he actually does talk and not just records messages. Ed, I'm betting you have a file on this already. Got a file on everything. Funny you say that. Have files dedicated solely to listing subjects that I don't have more complete files on yet. Want me to pull them up? Just give me the highlights. Unfortunately, what I know about the legend of the manhole girl so far is that it's just that, a legend. There may not be anything else to know. It appears to be a story passed around by kids at sleepovers. Wouldn't be the first time something that isn't supposed to be real attacked me in the dark alley. If you're worried, maybe it's time to return to field work. When I wear my hat, I blend right into a Tokyo crowd. Funny, I would never mark you for a Tokyo native. Then again, the place is absolutely crawling with tourists, isn't it? Thanks for the insights. I'll take it from here. Ryota doesn't notice the people passing him on the street. They don't notice him either. He is young, but he is very much alone. His focus is centered on a small bit of paper in his hands. After a couple of folds, the paper finds a familiar configuration. With a head, arms, and body, it takes shape. A palm-sized person stands in his hand. As Ryota inspects his creation, someone who has been observing him from afar steps out of the shadows. What have you got there? Ryota looks up. He's nervous, but clutches the paper doll in his hand. To stay brave. He's not running or hiding, despite the gruff stranger staring at him. No need to be afraid. I'm not here to do anything bad to you or your little friend. Gotta admit, I've been known to carry the odd paper doll with me on investigations. Strange habit, I know. But you get the benefits of a partner without the annoying small talk. Ryota's shoulders ease. He lets his guard down as he listens to the detective and re-examines the folded paper. The detective surprises himself with his playful tone. He's rusty, but he somehow still feels comfortable talking to this scared kid. Sometimes paper dolls are used for magical purposes. You a sorcerer by chance? Now's the time to tell me. So, you really are him, huh? Gonna have to be more specific, kid. You're KK, the ghost hunter from the files. You must be. I just thought you'd be taller. They say you've solved strange mysteries, right? KK? Maybe. The detective looks closely at Ryota's phone. He sees the social media posts featuring photos of various case files he'd worked on, collected in one place. Look, I only use those initials because writing out my name is a pain. I got too much pain already. Not your problem, right? Anyway, that's me, KK. But I'm not a ghost hunter, I'm a detective. KK's demeanor hardens a bit, dropping the playfulness. Wanted an investigator, kid? Well, you got one. I'm so glad you're going to look into the disappearances at the manholes. Here's the thing, I already did. Made some calls on the way here. There's no record of any recent disappearances. Still got a few friends on the force, so I can dig up dirt pretty quick. KK shoots Ryota a serious look. Not trying to pull a fast one on me, are you, kid? It's true, honest. My buddy Suzuki disappeared. He hasn't come home since yesterday. Last place I saw him was right back here. Ryota motions to the alleyway behind him. He went down that way. I tried to follow, but I couldn't find him. He was completely gone. Ryota is bluffing. He's an incredible liar. A sadness comes over him when he looks back towards the alley. KK looks back and forth, from the kid, then to the alley behind him. All alleys are dark, but this one looks like it's never seen daylight. Seen a frog when that happened, the moment of the disappearance? Now that you mention it, there has been something spooky around, like a kind of fog or darkness. But it came and then went. Alright. KK mutters something to himself as he eyeballs the alley behind Ryota. Nothing looks immediately out of place. With so much going down in the city, some kid getting lost doesn't exactly seem like front-page news. Nothing looks immediately... Oh, okay. I can call the kid's bluff. I'm going to do... Smiley one or stern one? Let's do stern one. I can't be the first adult you've asked to help. Fess up. Why has everyone else ignored you? I don't know why. I just don't think anyone else cares about Suzuki like I do. From the sound of things, Suzuki had some issues. Sure he didn't run away? The pressure behind begins to build on Ryota, and it shows. His eyes become glassy as he tries to hold his emotions in, but he can't. No one believes me. No one will help Suzuki. He'll never survive without me. I'm his best friend. Not even you will believe me, and you will believe in anything. Whoa, I don't believe just anything. I'm sorry, Suzuki. Adults never believe in monsters. Ryota turns from KK and begins to run. Just as he watches Ryota go, KK's phone begins to ring. KK takes lets out a long, deep sigh as he looks at the caller ID. Of course, perfect timing. So, how's it going? Not great. My interrogation may have been too much. He went elsewhere. So you leaned on him and he got scared and he ran away. That about sums it up, yeah. Jerk. You should know, as well as anyone, what it's like to be young and scared. To need help from a grown-up you can trust. Just didn't want to be yanked around. Don't have time. God forbid you spend 5 seconds helping a kid. A kid that might be onto something, I think. Damn, okay, I can fix it. I will fix it. Ryota, come back. It's not safe here by yourself. I'll help you. As Ryota turns and looks back at KK, something comes over the detective as he softens. I believe you, okay? Promise. I need more to go on, though, kid. Why are you so convinced he wasn't taken? Didn't happen to anyone else around here. But it did happen to my best friend. Suzuki's been missing for 2 full days. Everyone's been looking, but no one could find him. What about his parents? Have they filed a police report? I'm the only one who really cares about Suzuki. I know he needs my help. And no one else is even looking for him anymore. Just me. He's lucky to have you. It's like when you saw crows circling above the building in one of the cases you investigated. You knew there was more to it than everyone else. Well, Mr. KK, I know there's more to Suzuki's disappearance. I just need your help. Really did your homework, huh? I'm impressed you are more dedicated than most adults I know. You remind me of my friend Erica. She lost someone too. She'll never stop fighting for them either. KK takes another glance at the alley. Alright, show me exactly where this Suzuki pal of yours disappeared. Ryota perks up. So you're gonna look into it? I'm here, ain't I? Let me check it in with my team, see if they've figured anything out. Could save us some time. KK reaches for his phone. What's up? We're all here. I just need a quick word with one of you to follow up on what the kid has told me. Let's talk to Erica. Erica, you're a natural when it comes to intuition. What does your gut tell you? I can tell something's out there, for sure. Something that threatens good people. Something that he would embrace. The details aren't clear. I can only see the shadows of a vision. But that's not important. I know it's him. I know we need to act right now. Nothing else matters. We can't let another child disappear. Another family get torn apart. You need to help him. There's still time. You know, kid, you're stronger than you have any right to be. You got the scars to prove it. we don't look out for people like Ryota and Suzuki, who will?
This is our mission. Ryota?
It's time to find Suzuki. The thing looks out of place, but things are rarely what they seem. KK slowly but deliberately reaches his hands out. He's not holding onto anything, but you would think that he's is by the way he's moving. Like he's got something invisible dangling from his fingertips. Ryota has no clue what he's trying to do, but he watches closely. However, what happens next can only be seen by KK's eyes. As KK opens his fingers, a sparkling orb of energy drops from his hand onto the ground. It ripples like water in a still pond, energy flowing outward into the world. I guess I click on the manhole. Yeah. Okay. A strange trail floats into view, as though a spirit has passed through this place. Psychic energy. The trail leads further on, deeper into the alley and out of view. Guess he went that way. Puzzled, Ryota follows KK's eyeline down the alley, but sees nothing out of the ordinary.
What happened? I don't see anything.
Trust me, kid. It's good you can't see it. This is a power you don't want. And you're too young for it. To take a risk like that and change your life forever. The world's a scary place. It keeps getting worse. We're gonna find your friend and get you back to your life. Eventually, something. KK and Rinko are in big trouble. This time running like rats, desperate to stay alive, with only a dingy old sofa between them and... monsters! We better find another exit. Rinko turns to KK and sees him holding his head. He appears to be in a great pain. Damn, it's happening again! Your body's reacting to the ether. As KK looks around the room, his vision begins to break in half. He tries to focus, but rather than reform everything, continues to split apart even further. Another hallucination. The world is breaking in two. That'd be crystallized ether. Another form of matter. Oh, sorry, it's her voice, isn't it? Sounds like your body has entered the final stages of affinity. From thin air, like phantoms, these horrific visitors appear, surrounding KK and Rinko. Damn, we're surrounded.
Mr. KK? Are you okay?
Sorry, kid. My mind can be a little hard to control.
You just kind of stood there for a little while.
Sometimes my memories take me places. Hate to leave you alone again, but you need to wait here while I look for your pal. Sit tight, it won't be long. A report on Rinko's computer setup flashes on screen. Ed's monitoring software has a hold on something big. The results are clear. Spiritual residue is exactly at KK's location. What is it now? We just received an alert. There's a massive surge of spiritual energy at the location. Your location. Hold off on pursuing until we're able to send support. Can't wait forever for you guys. We might have a missing child on our hands. We've got plenty of evidence. I know what I'm getting myself into. Remember, saving more lives is the only thing that matters. Erica feels it. I feel it. Hell, you don't need an affinity to know that life is circling the drain out there. Fighting back's all we got.
I want to be there and help you myself, but I understand why you can't wait any longer. But just know, you're my inspiration to keep going. Like you did. I mean, do.
Erica, inspiration can get you killed if you're not careful. Passion is nothing without strategy. It's not fair to ask us for help when you think you need us, then use our own words against us when you're too impatient to act as a team. We're in this together. KK decides to address one team member specifically to make his case. Well, I guess we're going to talk to Rinko then. Fair. What about anything that might that happened to us? What about anything that happened to us is fair? This job that no one asked us to do, but we'll all know we can't escape. You're damn right. It happened to us, not just you. I had to throw myself into the fire, even though I knew I'd get burned. Hurt like hell, but it saved both our lives. Couldn't forget that day if I wanted to. There's no way of knowing what would have happened if you didn't. Just because you hurt doesn't mean that you're the only one, the only option. You're right that I didn't agree with you then. I don't agree with you now either. But I also know that you're just doing what you feel you must. I hate that I admire you for that, sometimes. This team means everything to me, Rinko. It's all I've got. And I'm going to protect it, trust me. I'm trying. Maybe make it easier next time. I'll talk to you later. I'm in the middle of investigating. He never was any good at following people's directions. That attitude of his is precisely what saved our hides on countless occasions. You don't think I realize that? Erica smiles, thinking about KK's attitude. It doesn't bother her. Damn, they're everywhere. KK's eyes dart between the two horrific figures and to some incredibly strange glowing crystals that hover nearby. As he tries to speak, KK wheezes painfully. Rinko, what would happen if someone tried to touch one of those ether crystals? Your guess is as good as mine. Might give you the power to fight back. Might just make you even more miserable. Who can say? What about him? Did it grant him strength? Rinko nods silently. After getting his answer, KK without hesitation stretches his hand out towards the crystals. Wait, stop! Stopping's not an option. Not for any of us. You don't know what will happen. It could kill you. Those things won't. We're dead if we don't try something. We aren't out of options yet. You've thrown away everything to fight these monsters, same as me. There's no goddamn thing left to lose at this point. Before Rinko can say anything else, KK reaches all the way out. Click, click. Am I clicking on anything? Nope. Right, let's chase after Ghost Kid. KK follows this trail of psychic energy deeper into the dark Shibuya alleyway, away from the glow of the familiar streetlights and vending machines. His venture into the unseen brings him to a manhole cover where the spirit's residue flashes with an eerie intensity. This spot is clearly the origin point of whatever spirit is at the center of this mystery. Did they take you this way, Suzuki? KK looks around again. He's finding nothing focus his attentions on this haunted manhole. The spectral vision shows KK a lot more than he thought it might, revealing a glowing spectre hovering in the dark, dreary place. The spirit of a man in his 30s. I'm gonna butcher this one, aren't I? A jibaku, right? According to Japanese law. This type of spirit is trapped in a physical location. Okay, Spectre. What's keeping you tied down there? The Spectre seems unable to answer him. Instead, it mutters, as if distracted or perhaps completely delirious. Either or, maybe both. Spectres aren't especially concerned with politeness or clarity. Neither of us are going anywhere until I get some answers. I need to know. What are you doing here, specifically? At this manhole cover? Why haunt this place? I thought I was a kid. Just a kid playing around. Just having fun. Alone. I wanted to make sure he was safe. So, just being neighborly, huh? Yes. No. Making friend. Protecting. But he wasn't. It wasn't a kid though, was it? There was something else, something lurking in these shadows. Did I die? I think I died. But this isn't what I expected. What was it? Monster. A monster. The spectre points downwards. Underneath her, KK stares at the manhole as though he just looks hard enough, he'll suddenly see what lurks in the darkness beneath the cover. He doesn't have to see the spectre nod to know he's right. It went that way. Before he can pull up the manhole cover and see for himself, a long shadow creeps in from the edge of the alleyway.
Did you find anything?
Snooping around is detective business. You don't belong back here.
I thought I heard you talking to someone. Who is this youngster?
Only I can hear you, so don't bother.
Only you can hear me? Well, sure, nobody else is even here.
This is turning into a damn clown show. Kid, I need you to stay here while I go down. It's not safe for you there.
Not safe. Not safe, monster.
But how do you know I'll be safe up here? My team's one call away. They'll get here quick if you're in danger. Weren't you just saying something about being in the middle of an investigation and too busy to talk to anyone? Funny you should mention that. I could actually use some help. I believe they call it client services.
Who you calling mister? Are they the nice like you or nicer?
Client services sounds like more like babysitting to me. If only you would just wait for us to get there. We play the hand we're dealt, and juggling work and childcare has never been my strong suit. I need a little support. Rinko sighs. A long, tired sigh of a frustrated person who knows that in the end, of course, they'll help. She always helps him, just as he will always help her. And I have the perfect candidate in mind. It's gonna be Erica, right? Erica. She's the only kid I know, kid I actually know more like anymore.
Hey, KK, you need my help? I can be there ASAP.
I do need your help, but it can wait. My new friend Ryota, the one who called us for help, is he a little afraid of you? What? No. Why would you think that? I mean, yeah, maybe a little. But no, that's not it. Although it'd be better if he did fear me, then I could do my work.
Oh, yeah, you aren't really that scary.
I think I get it. Let me talk to him. KK hands his phone to Ryota and motions for him to accept this call.
Yes? Is this Mr. Ryota?
Yes?
I'm so excited that I get to speak with you. I've heard that you are quite the investigator. I need help from someone like you.
What could I do to help you?
Well, our friend who is there with you, he actually has 2 missions. Since he is looking for your friend, maybe you could swap and look for my friend. If we share the responsibility, I'm sure that we can achieve some success together as a team. I suppose I could try and help you, since he's helping me. Okay, but first, can you keep a secret? It's very important related to this mission.
Yes, I'm the best at secrets.
I won't tell you how I know that, but it's true. My friend is a cat. I put a tracker on her collar, but that she says she's is nearby you, in an alley by your house. I miss her dearly. I'm a little embarrassed to admit it, but some of my best friends are animals. Your secret is safe with me. What does she look like? She's all but black, with one white spot and a few white whiskers. Her name is Monet. Like the painter. She really likes to hide. Can you look closely in between and behind all the vending machines and the trash cans? Just to be safe, text me a picture of every dark corner you can find. She is very good at camouflage and easy to miss.
I'll find your friend.
Ryota hands the phone back to KK and turns his attention to the nearest trash can. Phone out. He seems to be inspecting each side of it. Lucky for you, your new buddy is an animal lover, just like me. I've given him a rescue mission to find a missing cat and send me a photo of it. But what if he succeeds? Tons of strays here. He might actually bump into one. I could always use more cat pics, text to me. And maybe he'll give it a home that it needs. Win-win. Now to get down there and find your pal Suzuki. Dirty water splashes under KK's feet as he makes his way through the still darkness of the Shibuya sewers. The further he goes, the darker it gets, but not because of any change in light. No, this darkness is unnatural. In fact, it's not darkness at all, it's tangible. Dense fog made of spiritual energy fills the air, toxic. Paranormal waste coats the ground and plugs the drains. But the air itself is rejecting him. This corruption flows between worlds and reaches around him, blocking KK's way. How long has it been building up, right below our feet? Is it like this everywhere? As KK goes deeper, I'm going to keep almost calling him Kiki. I don't know. He's not a druid, is he? The Kigar only increases. There's definitely something here. There's this much corruption, swirling around. Nothing I can't handle though. Alone in the darkness, KK summons his power, and do I have to trace this or just click? Oh no, we do actually literally have to trace it. I mean, am I dragging? I don't seem to be doing anything. Sure, okay, I will pretend to trace it. I mean, I would imagine this would move, but it doesn't seem to be. Unless I try middle mouse button. It's definitely left mouse button, right? It's not doing a thing. I feel like we should be able to grab hold of this. I've still got gamepad plugged in. Maybe gamepad will do anything? Nope. Nope. Okay, right. Let me... I can't escape out either. Okay, I am literally tracing the thing. You can see my mouse cursor moving. But I think we're supposed to be able to grab hold of the thing in the middle. And it's not working. Well, this is soft locking us out of anything. Because, like I said, I can't even escape. What about other buttons? Oh. I pressed the button. I think it was X. Yeah. Yep, nothing working. Like I said, I definitely feel like we're supposed to be able to click on this circle and drag it, right? Ideas, folks? I'm trying to, like, let go at the points as well. No. It's broken, isn't it? I do have the controller plugged in, but it's not doing anything. I will unplug the controller. There you go. That's the controller unplugged now.
I mean... Ah! Okay, yeah, immediately. Okay, but I tried moving the controller as well, and that didn't do anything. So it just registered that it was plugged in, but wasn't doing anything. Because all the clicking up to this point has been working. Thank you, Hokey. Cleanses the corruption, returning to the sewer to normal state. That's better, minus the stink. With the Kigar gone, now cleared. As if they were waiting for a moment of safety and someone appears. Suzuki? Is that you? Small boy avoids KK's look, turning his back and picking at something in the wet ground.
Splish splash, splish splash.
Hey you, kid, are you okay? Can you hear me? Are you hiding for something?
Take a bath, take a bath.
Come on, kid, this isn't the time or the place. Answer me. I'm not trying to scare you. You've got to work with me here. The vast darkness of the sewer, the sound of KK's phone suddenly rings out, the tinny chime echoing back and forth around the hollow space. The small boy in the raincoat doesn't seem to notice. He must be very preoccupied. I'm close. I found Suzuki, but I'm worried he won't. Down so far, the signal to KK's phone is barely holding on. He can only make out a few sounds and struggles to make out what words they might be forming. Hello? Is anybody there? Rinko, is that you? Ed? Erica? Who is this? We haven't... let's talk to Rinko again. Rinko, can you hear me? Are you with Ryota? Can you ask him? Was Suzuki wearing a yellow raincoat? The scratchy connection makes it almost impossible to understand. Suzuki? It's about Suzuki, not... Rinko, I can't understand. Suzuki is not what? Not Suzuki. The call cuts out, the phone going dead in KK's hand. Damn! Enough screwing around, Suzuki. Just like that, finally, as if called by his mother to come to dinner, the child responds. He stands up and turns to KK with his dead, evil eyes. You're not Suzuki, you're the monster. KK raises his hand and calls forth an energy that he discovered that day long ago. The day he found his back against the wall, reaching out and touching the ether crystal. Ever heard of ether weaving, monster? Energy surges in KK's hand, green light winding and glowing, charging around his fingertips. The increasing bright light glows, illuminating the tunnel. And in that moment, standing in the center of the tunnel, we can see this monster, this raincoat visitor, just in time for it to press a child's whistle to its mouth, and at a stranger's fingertips lies KK, now a prisoner. I need my subject to remain calm, or else nothing will get done. Despite being captive, KK flashes the stranger a fierce glare. You son of a bitch. Hello, my friend. I'm keen to see how useful your vessel turns out to be. The stranger takes something out of his hand. Takes something out and holds it in his hand. An amulet, though clearly not simply for decoration. It surges with power. He looks for the amulet, and back to KK and smiles. As the monstrous little raincoat visitor blows his whistle, he steps back into the shadowy darkness. Running away, huh? But he's not running away at all. In fact, he's only making space for two much larger, far more horrifying visitors to show up and challenge KK. I've been waiting to run into you again. Let's go, you bastards. Ooh, what are we going to use? Defensive barrier. Damage a single visitor with a wind attack. Visitors perish after 2 hits. a talisman that stops visitors from moving. It will be consumed on use. Well, it is plural, so maybe we stop them from moving. The umbrella's visitors are frozen in place. Only one stun talisman is left. Let's attack them. One umbrella visitor is injured. The umbrella visitor awakens from the stun. I guess we stun again? Get another attack off and hopefully we go for the same one. Frozen in place. Attack! The umbrella visitor awakens from the stun. Right, well, I guess we try defense. I cast shield. A barrier appears in front of KK. The umbrella visitor attacks, but its attack is deflected by the barrier. The barrier is broken. Ah, that didn't work. Okay. Let's barrier up again. But the attack is deflected. Perfect. And finish him! You're done. Fight now over. The sewer is oddly calm again. KK sweeps the space, looking for any clues that might have been left behind. Why would a pack of monsters manifest their evil here? But then he sees it, affixed on to one wall of the tunnel. A wooden tag, sometimes called a kafuda. This must be what summoned those things. KK reaches out and takes the kafuda down. As his fingertips approach it, huh? Rinko! God damn it, Rinko! Erica! KK feels a big, quick thump through his body. When he looks down, he sees someone else's arm is stabbing through his chest. It's horrifying. Black smoke rushes out of his body. Looking back, KK sees a man wearing a Hanya mask. You're... As KK comes to, he realizes that he is in the tunnel once again. No, still. Looks at his chest. It's totally fine. No gaping hole, not even a scratch. Sweating, breathing heavy, his mind races. It was a horrible dream. Maybe a vision? Grips the kafuda in his hand. I won't let him get away with this. So hard that it smashes into pieces. At that moment, KK realizes he's not actually alone. Distracted by his fury, he had missed the approach of someone new. Who's there? Surprised, he spins to face this entity, but before he can raise his other hand... Ah! So is KK the character we play as in Ghostwire Tokyo? Or is this... Is he going to get killed by the end of this chapter, and then we become... Maybe we become the kid? KK emerges from the tunnel to find Ryota waiting with the rest of the team. You fool! You run into a wall of Kagari, and your instinct is to walk deeper into it? When, you know we're on the way to help? Listen, No, you listen. I'm not done yelling at your stupid ass for making me worry about you. Okay, but... All of our instruments at HQ started going wild. We broke basically every traffic law in Tokyo twice to get here as quick as possible. Then we find an open sewer entrance, little Ryota peering down into dirty tunnel, clearly considering climbing down there despite our best efforts to cover for you and keep him busy. Sure, except So we take a look for ourselves. It's corruption in all directions. The whole place is absolutely soaking in spirit residue. It's like they're amassing an army beneath our feet, and you go sniffing around alone. It's not...
Maybe let her finish.
Worst of all, you arrive stinking but unscathed. Having been gone just long enough to have me convinced that you were really hurt down there, that I would never see you alive again. Problem with disappearing into a dangerous sewer all alone is that the longer you're gone, after Rinko has asked you to be cautious, the more time she has to consider the things she'll shout at you when you return. The things we've been through together. When you're in danger, it's as if I can feel it, deep down, but there's nothing I can do. What if you had died? The thought of being haunted by you, of all people, I almost climbed down there to kill you myself. I'm sorry, should have waited. Don't you dare be nice to me right now. I need to calm down. I value your friendship and support. I didn't hear that. Safely above ground, reunited with his team, KK turns his attention to the original source of all this drama, his young client, Ryota. You were never going to tell me, were you? Suzuki isn't your best friend, he's your dog.
He's my dog and my best friend.
KK steps back nervously as Suzuki tries to jump into his lap. Hey, Noob, how are we? Also, more importantly, how's Jaeger doing today? Oh, calm down. He just wants his pet. Jeez. Who'd have thought that such a tough as nails former detective would have such a strong phobia around dogs? Don't have to broadcast it, all right?
Don't be scared. Suzuki loves everyone.
Maybe he should draw the line. Maybe he should draw the line at loving monsters and following them into a sewer. Ryota hugs his dog and gets a face full of licks in response. KK relaxes slightly, seeing how harmless this little dog is, but still keeps his distance. She's good, and you're good as well. Just back inside after changing the brakes under. Oh, okay. Was it a fiddly job to do the brakes yourself, or how new or old is the motor? It tends to be the older the vehicle, the easier it is to change them out.
Thank you so much for bringing her home safely, Mr. KK.
Mr. KK? What an adorable alias. When exactly did you start going by this new short nickname, KK? I suppose it was a fun ring to it. Not quite as formal as your full name, Before we get too sidetracked, as the lead investigator on this one, you've got some paperwork to do, KK. Not sure what's worse, fighting monsters or filling in all the damn forms.
It's obvious that you prefer the fighting to paperwork.
KK scribbles out a few quick lines. Only Ed can read them. Hey kid, this is for you.
Ooh, is it like a prize for helping you find that ghost?
Almost. It's the bill. Ryota's face sinks as he is left holding the check. Lucky for you, today's work was pro bono. That means free. Consider this your receipt. I'm feeling generous right now. Fiddly bit is the brake fluid and possibly getting air in there. Yeah, so hopefully there's no air in the pipes, but yeah. Ryota looks closely at the paper in his hand. It says, the case of the cursed manhole. Extermination complete, KK. Leaning in over his shoulder, Rinko lets out an uncharacteristically loud burst of laughter. Oh, now I get it. You didn't choose the nickname, KK. Sloppy paperwork chose it for you. There's a lot of this, lot in this life that we don't get to choose. Call me what you like, not like I've got any use for real names these days, and definitely not one of my old names. Doesn't matter what anyone calls me so long as I find that bastard. KK's gaze looks fierce, as though he's recalling a bitter past. Reflected in his eyes is Ryota, who looks pleased to have received KK's autograph. KK's expression softens up in response. That said, I guess KK's not so bad. And that was it. Okay. Right. Well. So it was a little shorter than I expected. I thought about an hour, just based on like videos I'd seen. But yeah. Turns out it was about 45 minutes. But yeah. I guess we've been introduced to the team that will be in the main game. So it was KK, Rinko, Erica, and Ed, was it? Also, you would expect there to be music over this, but I guess it's quick demo type thing. They're not going to spend money on that. Also, I can speed it up by pressing and holding, I guess. Yep, but that's that. Okay, I guess we've got to pick something else. I can leave it down to you guys. The Aquarist, which is us basically setting up our own aquarium business, or Conan Chop Chop. My guess is probably going to be Conan, right? Though I think Conan Chop Chop's supposed to work better as a multiplayer co-op type thing, but I think it does have a single player element. So, I mean, I'm vaguely interested in Ghostwire Tokyo, but it's not been high on my list. Mostly because I kind of, when I first saw the images of it, I immediately thought it was a VR game, because it's in that locked-in first-person perspective, and it almost looks like it's on rails kind of shooter. So it almost looked like it was going to be a VR only. I wouldn't be surprised if they do a VR version. Because of all the hand gestures and that, I can imagine there being some interesting use of like motion controllers for it. But yeah, I will check it out if I can get hold of code for it. But what about you guys? Are you interested in? Because it's out in what, 2 weeks, isn't it? Also, this definitely feels like there should be music over it. Somebody forgot to put end credit musics over the demo. I know it's a demo, but they had a menu music. Why not just play that as a loop? Because it's very odd that we're still scrolling through a lot of names for what is essentially a fairly short little visual novel prologue. And we're now down to ZeniMax Europe. We get into, you know, developers, babies, and pets. We might be reaching the ridiculous phase. ZeniMax UK, okay. We're just going to do every territory, apparently. Yes, we're doing every territory. I mean, it's a demo. I mean, just do the main team. We don't need... Yes, it makes sense if for the main game. This is just basically the credits for the main game, isn't it? Special. We got to special thanks. Maybe it'll all end soon. Who knows? Maybe not. Also, if I let go, it slows down, so I have to. Can I? No, I can't like double click to make it go even faster. So this is as quick as we're doing it. Oh, there we go. Copyright notification. There we go. We've got to be near the end. There we go. But yeah, that's the demo. I don't know if it's on Steam. This is the version I grabbed it off the Epic Store because I noticed the notification pop up. But yeah, that was the Corrupted Casefile, or Corrupted Manhole cover anyway. Let me throw my